Hi guys, this is my Banana Pancakes video tutorial for guitar. It's quite difficult when you're first learning, so you may have to watch this a few times or write it down, but whatever, you're going to need a bit of practice to get the technique right because it's a bit different really. So first bit, the slide section at the start, you use your ring finger, start on the 4th on the top string. So, and then you slide that up to the 7th, so you go. Then using your index, you hit the 2nd string, 5th fret, and then rock back down to where you were with your ring finger on the top string. So you go. And you can use a pick for this if you can, because there's strumming later, but I prefer sort of find it a bit easier without this bit. So slide from the 4th with your ring up to the 7th, rock up and down to the index, to having your index on the 2nd string, 5th fret, so you go and back down to where you were. Then you move that index down to the top string, but on the 5th still, and then slide that down to the 3rd, and then you release that, play the note on its own, and then do a bit of a slide up to the 5th on the top string with that index finger, which I don't know how to explain, but you'll see at the end of this. So you go up to there, up to the 7th, 5th, 7th, 5th, down on the top, release, and then do that kind of, you hammer onto the 5th but with a bit of a slide. So you don't have to go like that onto the 3rd then the 5th, you can just do it from sort of the 4th or whatever, but you need just a bit of a slide and then hammer the 5th. So, and then you're doing the first chord, which is you bar in the 5th and use your ring finger to play the 2nd fret, 2nd string. So it's that. Then you kind of redo the slide from the beginning up to the end of it. So you go 4th to 7th, 5th, 7th, 5th, 3rd, then release and hammer the 3rd instead. So you go all together up to now it's this. And then you do the 2nd chord, which is the same as the 1st, but barring the 3rd fret, and you add your middle finger on the 4th string, 1st fret, so you do that. And then, so up to now you've got and then you start off with the slide the same, and then it changes, and I'll show you. So you go with your ring finger, you go from the 4th up to the 7th, then to the, using your index on the 2nd string, 5th fret, so that's the same. But then instead of going back down to the 7th there, you go up to the 7th on the 2nd string, so you go. So you move in on the top string, up to the 7th, to the 5th on the 2nd string, and then also on the 2nd string you go up to the 7th, so you go. And then back down the exact same way you came, so to the 5th, to the 7th on the top string. And then instead of dropping into just the note on its own, you go from the high bit to the 3rd with your index finger on the top string, to the 5th fret, still on the top, and then play that same first chord again, and then the 2nd bit is the same as the 2nd bit from the first time round. So there's 2 sets of 2 slides, and the second one of each, the is the same both times. So up to now it's no, it's not. That's the 2nd bit. Play that chord. the slide changes for the second bit, for the second pair of slides, if you know what I mean. So you do the higher bits, you go up to the fifth, but then play the same first chord, then the second bit's the same, so it's and then the same second chord. And then what he does is he changes that chord slightly and he moves the middle finger up staying on the first fret here, this one, moves it up one string so it's on the third string, and uses his little finger on the second fret on the fourth string. So, and then you get that, which is a bit of a discord, and he only really plays the first four strings. So it's, and he just does two little staccato plucks of that, and then it goes into the you hardly even know this bit, whatever it is, and that's mainly chords then after that point. So you go, so it's down to the second chord you used in the song, which is barring the third and the second and fourth strings being played. So it's and then he plays the notes empty, which is where you just put your fingers on the strings there to stop the sound. So he goes, and then does two there, and then up to the fifth, and using this finger, your ring finger, flat against those three strings, which is what an A would be, but it's barred. He plays that, and then plays it empty, and then does the first chord used, which is just with the ring finger on the second string, second fret. He does two of those and slides down to a new chord, which is on the third fret, bar the third, because they're all bar chords, using his ring and his little finger on both on the second fret on the third and fifth strings. So and you just do two little strums of that, and then the same again, so you get and then up to the first chord you used, which is just with the ring finger to the, and then there's the slide again, which is the second slide you used and the fourth slide you used in the two pairs. It's the second one which stayed the same. So it's, and then he plays the second chord. And that covers pretty much the whole song. It does change later. There's a sort of bridge, which I don't know. So I'll try and work that out and make a kind of full video where it's all right. But that's the first bit, and the verses, I think the chorus as well, I don't know, it kind of all blends into one. So if you know the song, you'll know it should sound like what the strumming should be like. It's quite confusing if you don't, so you probably should listen to it. But that's it, I think. Comment if there's anything that's wrong or whatever. Thank you for watching.